Hey everyone, my name's Rae from the Teach Better team, and I am so excited to tell you about social media. Now, I think our team talks about social media quite a lot, but I want to tell you the impact it's had on my career because I still find there are so many educators out there who have not decided to take the plunge to build a professional learning network outside of their immediate vicinity. And I think that social media is such an important part of ensuring that you're not just growing as an educator, but really connecting with educators that can positively impact your professional growth, your personal growth, and the growth of your students. So I actually got on social media for education purposes when I was taking a master's class at Illinois State University. And when I was taking this class, it required me to actually log into a social media platform and work on growing a PLN. And at the time, I knew that this was something I would eventually move towards, but I didn't really know much about what a PLN was, a professional learning network, PLN, and I didn't know what social media was going to bring me. I wasn't sure that I could see the benefit yet. And I logged into Twitter. I had an account years ago that I never used. So I re-logged back in, decided to throw a picture up and figure out sort of a Twitter identity, and just started exploring. At the time, I was following like celebrities and no educators, and I wasn't even sure where to start. So I actually went to some of my favorite educational books, and I started following those authors, right? I was following Dave Burgess and Adam Welcome, and the experts in standard-based grading I was dabbling with. Rick Wormley was somebody I started following, and so these big names then allowed me to see who they were interacting with. So I started this process of kind of following people that I was aware of in the education field, maybe seeing who they were retweeting and kind of making those connections. One of the biggest challenges I had was my master's class encouraged me to participate in a Twitter chat. And I didn't know what a Twitter chat was at all, but I just tried. Twitter chats are not easy when you first start. It goes really fast, but I just started dabbling with the world of Twitter, and Twitter chats were a good way for me to start interacting with other people, seeing who else was out there to connect with. I eventually participated in Teach Like a Pirate chat, which is TLAP chat. And I not only was able to gain a lot of information, but I actually started connecting and building personal relationships with the people that were a part of that chat, one of which is Dave Burgess. And he reached out to me on Twitter and said, "Hey, Rae, would you like to host my chat?" And I was like, sure. I don't even know what that means, but sign me up. I would love to. So I hosted my first Twitter chat. It went a million miles a minute. I have no memory of it besides being purely stressed. And no kidding, during that chat is how I connected with Jeff Gargis, which is then how I connected and became a part of the Teach Better team. So that is one story of one impact of social media. The other stories that I can connect with is how we got involved in publishing a book, how I eventually met Tiffany Ott and Chad Erskowski, how I was able to build connections with now really great friends that I've done incredible projects with online, like Melissa Hayes and Jeffrey Austin. I mean, really, really fabulous people that I am so honored to be a part of, not to mention all of the people we've been able to meet that we have hosted and interviewed on our podcast, Teach Better Talk. Social media has had a huge impact on that. Now, how that then translates to my classroom, gosh, twofold. I mean, every single person I've been able to learn from outside of my network has then in turn made me a more effective educator, whether it's implementing mastery learning or utilizing goal setting and reflection, or finding ways for my students to do a mystery Skype with classrooms around the world. I mean, the mentality of being able to connect with educators is an incredible feat that has brought so much to my students' lives, to my own life. It's been amazing to see. So here's my challenge to you. Go get on social media, whether it be Instagram or Twitter, because I've actually dabbled with both now, and find what people you're looking to connect with. What are you looking to learn? Both platforms, both Twitter and Instagram specifically, offer very different types of venues. Twitter for me is more, how do I phrase this? More data driven. There's more articles shared. There's more resources shared. It's more conversational. Instagram I find to be a great spot for a one-stop shop. There's really great teachers that inspire you there. You get to see the day by day of a lot of people's lives because of Instagram stories. So again, depending on which element you want to dabble with, I really would encourage you to go make an account. Follow me, follow the Teach Better team. We're on Twitter and Instagram, and we would love to help you start the conversation to better not only your classroom, but you as a person, as an educator, because it's amazing what making connections can bring. And connecting with people not in our immediate vicinity has a lot of ability to help us grow. So I hope I've encouraged you to get on social media. I expect you to go follow our team.